Remember this from the 8th of March, the whole Corpus Proximia and 29.10 update, and I do have this highlighted so we can scroll down quickly, and it's unselected, it hasn't it? Oh great, it's just underneath this. If you had built a certain number of wreckage, you received what they called the early adoption, whatever it was, and there are 3 different tiers of reward. For the tier 1 you will get the 1 rush repair drone, 2 armament slots, 10 Riven Slivers, bonus Railjack mods. Tier 2 has everything from tier 1 plus 2 more drones, 15 more slivers, 10,000 Endo, and a 7-day resource and affinity booster. And resource bundle 2. And players who have basically completed these for tier 3 get everything from tier 1 and 2 plus 3 repair drones, a legendary core, an Umbra former, and Railjack resource bundle 3. They kind of went into this a little bit more to be eligible for this. And basically, to get the tier 1, you have to have built 1 wreckage. Tier 2, 3 wreckage. Tier 3, 6 wreckage. And have your Avionics grid. This is where things are basically going to be slightly different. 1 wreckage built, 3 wreckage built, 6 wreckage built. I just built 6 before actually checking in on this because I know they changed it, but well, I didn't come in and actually have a look at this because this was March 9th. This was the next day. Basically it means that if you have all slots have something you've made in it. These things basically, as long as your components have something you have built in them, which means if you have upgraded them at all from the stock ones, which I do believe you can't get rid of anyway, so even if you've built a Mark 1, kind of ignore that. I should probably cancel that, shouldn't I? Yes, I'm going to do that now and kind of scrap that, thank you very much, because don't need it. As long as you have tier 3 things, then even if you have tier 2, you just need to build 1 thing per slot. And as long as each slot has something you have built in it, then it counts. I'm not sure about these things though, because technically it comes with the Seeker. There's the Mark 1 that, again, don't think I can confuse it. I can scrap it though, get back what I just put in there. Can't do anything with the original ones because, well, you tend to build these anyway. And now I can scrap all of these. Oh, I wish I hadn't done this now. So again, as long as you have something in every one of these slots that you have built, you will be eligible technically for tier 3, or the tier 3 reward bundle thing when they change all of this. But, and literally it says scrapped components or armaments, you can come in here and, well, there's 6 and built all of them, so that one's done. There was another thing it mentioned, Avionic Grid Slots Maxed. You have to max 4 to get the tier 1 reward, 7 for the tier 2 reward, and fully max it for the tier 3. Now the Avionics grid is, well, you just go to Avionics and click on grid. It's referring to these. If you have maxed all of these out, max, 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 max. This was the first thing that I actually did, was max these out. Yeah, if you have maxed all of these out and you have built the 6 components, you can get the tier 3 reward when this whole 29.10 update comes out, or update 30 on console, which hopefully won't be long after, but you have to have all of these maxed, or 4 of them for the tier 1, 7 of them for the tier 2. To be fair, upgrading 7 of these to even get the tier 2 is fairly easy. Upgrading all of them is also really easy because you basically use the Dirac stuff to level all of these up, so it should be one of the first things you did with your Railjack anyway, because maxing this meant that your mods just had that extra bonus to it. You can see there's 3 extra points on each one of these. I think this would be the first time I've kind of shown what mods I actually have in here. Even though technically they're not mods, the Avionics, it's still basically a mod-based system, and to be fair, never got this the way I wanted anyway. I basically just went max health, max shields, put a lot of speed on and went, that'll do, and didn't really come back in here and play with any of these once I had maxed out the ones that I wanted to. Pretty much like everybody did. So you need 6 total things built to be able to get it and max out this. The Avionics grid has to be maxed as well. So as long as you have, and it says slots have something you've made, so all 6 of them, and the full Avionics grid maxed, you will get the tier 3 reward. They literally, the eligibility is as of the 9th. It again is subject to change. I mentioned this before. Everything in this forum post is subject to change. So this may change going forward. Who knows? But 4 Avionics mod slots maxed is really easy, and build 1 wreckage. You can basically do 1 mission and get a hold of the tier 1 reward, which would be the rush repair drone, 10 Riven Slivers, which is basically a guaranteed Riven. You have to do 3 wreckage and 7 avionic slots to be able to get the tier 1 and tier 2, and basically, as mentioned before, the full avionics grid and the 6 wreckages to get everything, which should be really interesting. I was only doing this for the legendary core. I just want the legendary core. Everything else is great because of the way they're changing things. This is to just kind of top people up, so when they jump back into it, they are not getting or having to start from scratch all over again with Railjack. That would put people off massively. So this is kind of for people who have played the existing system. It is a way for them to get stuff, but at the same time this update isn't out yet, so you still have time to build that. Even if you just aim for the tier 2 and you build at least 3 wreckage and max out 7 avionics, or even tier 1, which is 4 maxed avionic slots. It's mainly the maxed avionic slots that are kind of going to be the long haul for this. 6 wreckages is easy. You get wreckage constantly doing Railjack missions. So this was changed. It was changed really quickly, and I've been watching it, waiting for it to change again, and it kind of hasn't yet. Again, subject to it could possibly change again going forward. Time will tell, but I think we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.